All right, I just watched The Eyes of Tammy Faye the other day, and I have to talk about this. I usually wait to talk about the Oscars until after I give like my whole review and rating for a movie. Fuck that. We're jumping right into it. Jessica Chastain. I cannot believe how good she is in this movie. I Oh my god, let's talk about it. I love Jessica Chastain, okay? I think most people do. But even though I love Jessica Chastain, when I saw the trailer for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, I was not as convinced as a lot of other people. Some people saw that trailer and they're like, okay, she is in my top 5 now for Best Actress. And to me, I was like, okay, it's coming out in September, which is, not bad, but it's September. Don't know how much they'll go for it. If it's too much of a comedy-ish, once again, don't know how much they'll go for it. I put her in my top 10, but I was always skeptical, and you can kind of hear that in my previous Oscar predictions. Bro, I'm so fucking stupid. When I say this, it might sound like an insult, but I promise it's not. This is probably the most baity performance maybe I have like ever seen, bro. In my small, relatively compared to probably some of you guys, my small cinephile movie knowledge, this is what? If you looked up a definition for a Best Actress winner for the Oscars, you're going to see her face just right there. One, it is the transformation, right? And it also helps if your movie is potentially a makeup contender, which this potentially is. We have a lot of good contenders, but this one is definitely would be in the top 10 probably. She is caked up in makeup, okay? It is a transformation, okay? The voice, different, okay? Her laugh throughout this movie, bruh, come on now. Okay, so you got that. It's a biopic. Really, I should say she's playing a famous person. For some reason, and sometimes I get it, but it is nice to award like original characters sometimes, but she's playing a famous person. They kind of eat that shit up. Okay, next, she's singing, bro. She's singing, like actually singing. And that just fucking helps. What else? She's crying. Bro, I'm not going to spoil anything because we'll talk about the movie in a little bit. There's a scene where she's interviewing somebody. I would dead ass was getting emotional. I was like, oh my God. Her voice, she is good. And then you combine all those elements together along with just a straight up great performance and you kind of get an Oscar nom. I would be so shocked if she did not get at least a nomination for this movie. Not only is she just great in this, but as I've mentioned multiple times, and as you guys can see it in the Oscars, if you're just in multiple stuff, it kind of helps boost you up, right? You saw that with Sacha Baron Cohen. I really do believe Borat 2 really helped him get that nomination. Bro, she's in Scenes from a Marriage on HBO Max, which I hear is great. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, she went viral with Oscar Isaac with that moment on the red carpet. I mean, everything just seems to be going her way right now. And as just a performance, like I said, she is really good. I'm kind of shocked. Once again, I love Jessica Chastain. If you asked me before this movie, I'm like, yeah, she's probably like one of my favorites for some reason. My mind just really can't comprehend how like textbook bait this is. And it works. So I guess that's my mini rant on that. Jessica Chastain, if you don't have her in your top 5, you probably should. I'm probably not going to do a September Oscar prediction, just a heads up. I know some people are asking, just because the New York Film Festival is like pretty much right now as I'm speaking. And Tragedy of Macbeth, we'll kind of know that soon. And I'll be able to see it as well. So I kind of want to wait. I'll do it in October. But I mean, I don't think it's spoiling anything to say she probably would be in my top 2. She is fantastic. Now, the movie overall, I think is good. It is a biopic. You guys know I'm kind of tired of the biopic formula. You got to do something a little bit different. And this one kind of did enough to kind of hold me to that. And plus, Jessica Chastain, it is so cringy and cliche to say, she really embodied the role. This was not an impersonation. She became that person. She kind of did. Now, I will say the first 20 minutes of Tammy Faye, I was like, whoa, okay, is this how the movie's going to be? It's like, it was obviously very kind of over the top. Like, you're kind of laughing. You don't really know if you should laugh or not. and oddly sexual. But obviously, with the subject matter, they're kind of mocking it. It's satirical. And Michael Showalter, the director, kind of balances those lines pretty well, because I was unsure in the first 20 minutes. Throughout the rest, I was cool. I was kind of locked in. I settled into what this was going for, because I didn't really know what kind of tone they were going to take with it. Once I got it, it became cool. Now there's cliche biopic stuff that I kind of roll my eyes at, the stuff with like the years come up. It's like, oh, 1976, 1977, 1978, and pictures and magazines and archival footage playing, and just a montage. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And that, I guess is just one of those biopic things. It really does kind of annoy me, but whatever. Andrew Garfield, by the way, I'm actually surprised he didn't get more talk, because to me, he was really good. Very clearly became the Jessica Chastain show. I mean, it really is throughout the whole movie, but especially as it keeps progressing towards the end, Andrew Garfield's character gets a little bit less. But when he was prominent, I thought he was excellent. This movie had a hard goal to set out with, because it's taking these characters, not characters, these real life people in a very touchy subject of religion, and you can even say politics. And it has to kind of make a choice. You don't want to make them sympathetic exactly, or do you? So it had a tough task, because I could see a lot of people just watching this, or based off the synopsis, and just rejecting it fully. But somehow for me, it kind of works. And that is really attributed to Jessica Chastain, bro. Really the closest thing to a fresh take on a biopic is the satirical tone of it, which I do appreciate. But really, this is Jessica Chastain. Shout out to Andrew Garfield, like I said, but Jessica Chastain kind of puts the team on her back. And it was pretty enjoyable. I think it goes on a little bit too long. I think there was a good moment where it could have ended, and then it kind of keeps going. Whatever. That's just me. That's just my opinion. But regardless, Jessica Chastain carries this movie. And I say that not to disrespect anyone else, but Jessica Chastain was amazing. So I would probably give this movie 3.5 stars. Like I said, if you haven't updated your predictions, you gotta bump Chastain up. At least at this moment, you gotta bump her up. My only concern with Jessica Chastain's Oscar nom chances is the fact that it is September. She really has to carry the momentum. If she's gonna campaign, Scenes from a Marriage will help, I guess, but depends how they're gonna campaign her. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. As far as I'm concerned, she should be in the top 2. So that'll be it. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Stay safe. Take care. Bye.